Have you been hanging and banging, brothers and sisters? Have you been in the gym, pumping that iron, and getting yourself in top shape? If so, you need to fuel your body, and nobody can do it better for you at a better price and a better quality product than our friends at Best Price Nutrition. That's bestpricenutrition.com. 1-800-499-4810. They got free shipping on orders over $99 in the USA. They even have a 30-day return policy. Ladies and gentlemen, Best Price Nutrition is where it's at. Ladies and gentlemen, come to the Chicago Sports Spectacular being held November 18th to November 20th at the Donald Stevens Convention Center in Rosemont, Illinois. This event will feature hundreds of the nation's leading dealers in sports cards and collectibles, as well as appearances by over 75 superstar athletes, including the Nature Boy Ric Flair, Hall of Famer Greg Maddux, former heavyweight champion of the world Mike Tyson, David Ross, former world champion Floyd Mayweather, Brian Urlacher, and many more. You can find full details online at chicagosportsspectacular.com or by calling 954-227-1565. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 1987 Supermod. I'm your host, as always, Brad Drake, and this is the Mothership. It's my AWA save, our longest running save, and tonight the AWA is traveling to Salt Lake City, Utah, where we will be running the Salt Palace. So let's go ahead and take a look and see who our absent workers are. Nobody but Jerry Blackwell. Jerry Blackwell's got that very serious long-term injury, and it looks like we have a whole load of protege work here, which is always good for a crew of young wrestlers. Most of them are enhancement talents, but of course we know John Paul here is not enhancement talent. And there's Bob Backlund again helping out Ben Patrick, the little person. Then again, he's not really a little person, but boy, he really looks like that guy from Game of Thrones, doesn't he? Let's go ahead and take a look at our card for this evening. And once again, we are in the Salt Palace in Salt Lake City, Utah. I always like this Middle America run here. And let's take a look at our card for tonight. In our opener, we're going to have Shirley Black taking on Despina Montagas. We're going to have Dukes and Jammer in tag team action with the Texas Hangmen. We're going to have Nick Kiniski challenging Steve Regal for the World Light Heavyweight title. DJ Peterson is going to lock horns with Greg Wojokowski. Tony Anthony and Ron Simmons will battle it out. Dick Slater is going to face Scott Hall. Our semi-main will be the Russians meeting the Fabulous Ones. And our main event here is going to be Tom Zenk challenging Curt Hennig for the heavyweight championship of the world. And as you know, Sergeant Slaughter has left the AWA, and Curt Hennig attacked Tom Zenk on AWA television after Tom Zenk made a challenge to Curt Hennig, and bam, wouldn't you know it, now we have a new feud. You know what time it is. I know what time it is. Let's get to booking. Here we go with Black versus Montagas in our opener. And here is Shirley Black. Remember, she was recently promoted off of the enhancement talent list, and we brought in Despina Montagas, who was very successful in the AWA in singles action in real life. And that one is booked. Let's go ahead and take a look and see who won the last time these two ladies locked horns. And Montagas won both times. So we have to get Shirley Black a win here. And hopefully Montagas agrees to it. And she does. And next, we have our tag team match, which of course will be Dukes and Jammer versus the Texas Hangmen. I will double check that in just a second, but I'm pretty certain that's what I read off just a few minutes ago. And yes, I am correct. That one's going to go 12 minutes. Boy, that auto name feature is nice. Yes, I know you can use it for singles too, but I don't like using first names. All right, what do we got going on here? Dukes and Jammer got the win the last time. So the Texas Hangmen are going to get the win here. And we're going to have them get help from Dirty Don Carson, just for the heck of it. Why not, right? So there we go on that one. Next up, we got Nick Kiniski and Steve Regal. And they're going to go 12 minutes here. And let's take a look at our other matches here. Maybe we'll change things up. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Why don't we give these two 16, and then we can go 12 the next two matches. Again, just to change things up and have some fun here. Here is Slick Nick Kiniski. Of course, he is managed by none other than Baby Doll. And here is our reigning champion, and a good champion, Steve Regal. As I've stated before, I think very highly of Steve Regal. I think he was a very good wrestler who nowadays would probably be a megastar, but back then he was considered a little bit too small. And Nick Kiniski got the win the last time. So Steve Regal is getting the win clean here. We're going to make this one a technical masterclass. Both men qualify. And that one is in the books. All right, Peterson and Wojokowski are up next here. They're going to go 12 minutes. And of course, Greg Wojokowski is also managed by Dastardly Don Carson. And Wojokowski should be due for the win here. We'll double check that. He is. There we go. And we'll give the win to Wojokowski. No need to have Don Carson interfere. These two would have a good match. It's believable that Wojokowski could get the win, despite being the heel. All right, up next, Tony Anthony and Ron Simmons. We're going to have them also go 12 to make up for the time on the Kiniski Regal match. And Tony Anthony has done well for us. He's managed to get himself over pretty well here. He, of course, is managed by Sheik Adnan LKC. And Ron Simmons is managed by nobody and stands on his own. Ron Simmons is definitely one of our top men in our promotion here. Tony Anthony got the win the last time. So we're going to have Ron Simmons get the win here. And this one is now in the books. Up next, Dick Slater and Scott Hall. These two have been beating the tar out of each other around the country and have been doing a very good job of it, putting on some very good matches. Dick Slater's solid. You're not going to find much better of a wrestler than Dick Slater. And Scott Hall, even at his young age here, is also excellent. So let's see who won the last time between these two. Hall beat Dick Slater the last time. So we're going to have Dick Slater win this time, and of course he's going to do it with a tainted win. Up next, we have the Russians and the Fabulous Ones. They're going to go 18. There are the Russians, Borzhukov, Soldat Ustinov, managed by Sheik Adnan LKC. And of course, they are going to face the Fabulous Ones. Red hot momentum the Fabs have. That's a good thing. All right, the Fabs should be due for the win here, but we've seen stranger things happen. So it looks like the Fabs beat the Russians the last time. So the Russians are going to win here. So I spoke incorrectly. The Russians, the Russians were due for the win here. All right, we're going to have manager interference here. A lot of stuff, a lot of outside interference going on here on this card, but that's okay. And that one is all set, which gets us to our main event. These two are going to go 30 minutes. We're going to have Zenk versus Hennig. And Tom Zenk's going to get the win here. He's not going to win the belt, of course, but he is going to get the win. And Tom Zenk has yet to freak out on us. Flake out. Freak out or flake out, whichever one you want to go with. He has failed to do both, which is good for us, which built up my trust to put him in the main event with a run with Hennig here. All right, so we are going to have Tom Zenk get the win. It's going to be an epic, and it's going to be by DQ. And all right, there we go. 2 hour and 22-minute bout. We're ready to rock here in the Salt Palace. All right, Shirley Black wins with that Boston Crab. Good for her. And remember, we are in the Southwest region here in Utah. And 44 overall, I'll take it. We got some Red Text the Doom action. These two teams are obviously not over that well yet in the Southwest region, but that's okay. They are continue to improve and get better, only at 35 overall. Inexperience, inconsistency, the usuals here. Fair enough. All right, up next, 65 for Kiniski and Regal, and I'm sure the only thing that's hurting them again is popularity in this region, but they both got a bonus for that style of match. We may keep doing this. Well, we're gonna get ready to change the cards here soon, so it's not gonna matter much. And DJ Peterson gets the win over Greg Wojokowski. I think I screwed up there. I think Wojo was supposed to get the win. Oh well. Wojo was supposed to get the win. All right, Simmons beats Tony Anthony with that scoop power slam. Very good, 71 overall. Just some inconsistency, but overall, very good match. And Slater and Hall bringing us with an 80. Nice, 83-86. Somehow we ended up with an 80. No takeaways. Once again, this makes absolutely 0 sense of why they would get busted down. The only thing would be the screw job finish, but still, we should have been all right. All right, Zhukov gets the win over Lane with that running headbutt drop. And 73 overall for these two, 84-84, 76-61. I'll take it, for being in the Southwest region. And a lot of bonus city here. Only takeaway is inexperience, so it must be a popularity issue for Ustinov. And here we go to our main event. Nice score. Really nice score here. 92 overall. And you can see how Curt Hennig has carried Tom Zenk here to a big score. So that's really good stuff. Excellent. Bonus City. Nice. Very good. Very good stuff here. Excellent. I'm pleased. This is going to be a success, this main event. And because it's starting so late, we will carry this into our next block for the next 12 weeks after Wrestle Rock, if Curt Hennig even retains the title. Remember, we're hoping to have him at Wrestle Rock face Kerry Von Erich for that World Heavyweight title. All right, we get a gain here in the Southwest Territory. Very good. We are going to point out Tom Zenk. We're going to point out Curt Hennig. And I think we should also point out Dick Slater. Let's give Scott Hall some credit. There we go. Tom Zenk, good performance. Hennig, great performance. And Hall, great performance. We're going to make that speech. Tommy Zenk's pleased, Curt Hennig's pleased, and Scott Hall is pleased. It's going to take us back to the main screen here. And there we are. This tour date is in the books here. And we're going to go ahead and get ourselves set to hit the next block here. Or next week in the block, I should say. And of course, next Saturday, so 6 days in the game day, is going to be none other than Wrestle Rock 88. And let's take a look here at our main screen, see if anything catches our eye. The Barbarian and Sakaguchi have won the IWGP Tag Title. Good for them. 5-star match. Rick Rude over Jimmy Snuka in a strap match. That's serious business. Let's take a look. Roberts over Hercules. Okay. Rude and Snuka, I could see that. Rose and Race, Koloff and One Man Gang. This isn't a bad card at all. I'm afraid to look at NWA. Sergeant Slaughter right away in the main event. Against Calypso Jim, a.k.a. Bobo Brazil Jr. And, boy, These are just crappy cards. Crappy cards. Take a look at our incoming here. Yeah, we may be trying to bring in Don Morocco, everybody. We may be trying to bring in Don Morocco. All right. We got a user point. Let's take a look here. And what should we gain ourselves in? We might as well go for diplomacy. All right, that one's saved. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for us for this episode. It has been a good one. It's nice to see our new main event is doing well. And we're going to continue rolling on here. We'll be back in action tomorrow with a spot show. And there it is laid out, but I haven't plugged in the data yet. But I will. I know I already put it in the game itself, so that's a good sign. But we'll be back in action tomorrow with the spot show. And for those of you that are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, then leave us a message below. Let us know how you found the channel. I'm glad you're here, and I'd like to hear from you. Find us on social media, facebook.com/groups/1987supermod. You can also find us over on Reddit with the subreddit of TEW 2020 Friends. Last but not least, if you would like version 9 of the Supermod, head on over to braddrake.net. Drop me a line. I'll be more than happy to send you over a link to the database and the picture pack. And remember, everybody, this episode has been brought to you by the PowerCast Network. Patreon.com/PowerCast Network. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.